Sounds like the early stages of your business, you were just having conversations with people in your network and you were receiving some referrals and introductions. Those are kind of the first group of clients. Work us like up one notch from that of a progression of the business. Uh,
Yeah.
what were you doing when you kind of got beyond that first stage to bring in new qualified leads and opportunities into the business? What was there a
Yeah.
specific tactic, approach, strategy that you were using that at the early stages again was working best for you?
Yeah, a really good question. And I'll break it into two parts. The first thing is when someone introduces you to a client, at least in many of the cases I was introduced, you benefit from the trust that they're conveying, right? I wouldn't introduce you to this person unless I trusted him or her. And in reverse, I wouldn't introduce you to this prospective client if I thought they weren't going to be worth your time there. And that, some of that is about trusting your network and the people who help you out there. But the engagement would often start with that. And so guess what I didn't have to do as much of? Making my own case. What was the value of my business? What was my unique selling proposition? I was given the opportunity to have a looser conversation where that came out rather than a formalized pitch. So one of the first things I did when, frankly, I just needed to fill the pipeline was I had to learn to tell my own story. What is my narrative here? How is it distinct from anything else they might see in the market? I can do lots of things, but what are the things that I do really well? Meaning if I could create a pyramid or multiple pyramids of the things I do, which ones are paramount and which ones are really supporting so that, frankly, anybody you're pitching can remember that. And so a lot of the next stage for me was how do I package what I'm offering so that if I don't have that introduction, I can get right in the door. A second thing I did related to that was I began to go back to the people who had hired me and I asked them for some equivalent of a testimonial. It's really interesting, especially when you're early in a consulting business, and I'm sure you know this too, you're so focused on just getting that business up and running or serving clients that you forget that work you're doing should feed and return to you benefits on the work you'll do in the future. And among the simplest things you can do is ask somebody to write a supportive letter. That's what I did in the old days. I would get that letter of recommendation, or even just a brief testimonial or something that I can cue off of to signal other people, hey, I have credibility here.
So you